And I've got to be honest, it's probably one of the worst tackles I've ever seen on Football Manager. This is like up there with attempted murder, to be honest, and I'm going to show you it now.
Into the black hole. Sing for my soul.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Sunshine on Leyth. If you're still enjoying it, drop a like, that'd be superb. I'm wearing a hoodie today because, contrary to popular belief, it's actually got cold in England for the first time in what feels like a century, so that's really nice. So yeah. Now, today, slight change of plans. We're going to do Burton, obviously, to start off with, and then I was going to finish it off with, I think, Gillingham or Salford, I can't remember who it was, and then do Blackhaven in the next episode. But I thought, you know what? Screw it. We're going to do the derby in the second part of today's video, because why the hell not? A little bit more games off camera. I'm trying to make up for the fact that we had a few smaller episodes, and I always want to give value for money in videos, if I can do, and if I don't, I want to try and make up for it elsewhere. So yes, Castle Park, Whitport versus Blackhaven, that one could be super important. That could genuinely decide maybe automatic promotion for them. And I'd love to take it away from them so bad. Josh Parry has been barred from visiting Blackpool Tower and any subsequent visits due to his incredible performances against the Seasiders. Well, I really want to bring Parry in permanently. Oh, that reminds me, actually. I've put a bid in for John Richardson of Huddersfield because Ross County want him at the end of his contract and Sunderland are interested in a full transfer. And my concern is that they'll end up putting a bid in, taking it out from underneath us. And I really do want John Richardson because I know how important he is. He is the highest PPG of anybody in the entire team. So the deal is 28,000 up front with a further 50, I think, over 3 years. So it would cost us about £70,000. And I know that's a lot when we could get him for 3 at the end of the season, but I don't want to take the risk of losing out on him at the end of the year. So we've agreed the contract of £800 a week as well for 3 seasons, which is not bad for League One, to be honest. So I'll take it. Right, Burton today. Honestly, we just need to... John Brayford. I swear he used to play for Burton. Oh, I mean, look at this. Yeah, he was at Burton for quite a while, and now is the manager at Burton. That's sick. So, only had a couple of days off camera in between, so we're going to do a little shuffle-a-roo here, and I might actually bring Nick Hotman in to see what he can come up with here. Now, Johnson is just about fit. Richardson is, again, just about fit, but we really, really need John Richardson in this team right now. Unfortunately, I think Idris is now going to have to step out for a little bit. But Curtis Page should be okay. We will see, although he's not had the best time of it so far. Thornley's back, though. Knight, Parry, Nevitt. Everything else, we're nearly back to our best team. It really does feel like when we had our full-strength lineup around, we were definitely a good top-half League One side, maybe even a playoff contender. Oh, we need to do that, don't we? There we go. Put Putman quietly on the bench, bless him. Won't sign a new deal either. Sad times. But when we had our full-strength side, it was really there. But once we start getting the injuries, we were really struggling. Right, let's have this. Jaden Warner is a player I really wanted, in fact, and they've got him at Burton. I'm hoping to God I don't regret rushing Richardson back into the team, but we would have had nobody otherwise. Honestly, for me, it's just about us trying to consolidate a top half finish now. If we do go on a good run and start to push towards the playoffs, then fantastic. But for me, as long as we come sort of 12th or higher, I will consider this a very successful season, given what we've done already so far this season. But I still wouldn't put it past us to have a good late run if we can avoid some injuries for a little bit and get some of the key guys back and firing for a little bit. Johnson trickles one wide of the post. Good start from us, though. Uh-oh. And wouldn't you know it, Lee Cross scores for Burton Albion from an indirect free kick. Angry sips this time will be coffee. That is the angry sip of the day. A cowbell latte macchiato, available from Aldi. I believe they're 49p. Very enjoyable. That's my angry sip review for the episode. I am interested as to why we've got really, really bad from them, particularly this season. Is this not going to be another one, surely? Oh dear, we have not exactly done well in the start of this match. So that's going to be an indirect free kick and a penalty. Which Sarkic will no doubt score. There we go. It's 2-0 to Burton Albion. That's 31 goals this season now from set pieces of some form. The number climbs. The number climbs. This must be the most I've ever had as a percentage. But I do wonder why it's so much worse this season. Like, it feels like it's particularly bad this year. Maybe it is just serendipity, or not even serendipity. The opposite of serendipity. Serendipity, maybe. There we go. Dave Morton. We've still got time to come back, I suppose. We've given ourselves that, at least. Morton and he's well tackled. Thornley. Go on, Dylan. Oh, he could have maybe looked through the middle there. But actually, he's just held onto the ball for no reason. Morton's got it. Right, options left and right. He's got to find one of them. He's found Holman. Saved by McCourt there. Good chance for us. Butcher now, I swear to God. You have to laugh. You have to. Idahan, we obviously need to get a new goalkeeper for next season, that is for sure. But I don't believe that would have made a huge deal of difference on situations like that, unfortunately. a corner. Well, they've got to complete the trifecta. They've had indirect, direct, penalty. They must get a corner too to go with it, surely. Does that count? I feel like that should count. That seems like that would count, right? That's a second phase of a corner at least. Oh, it's just as well I'm in a good mood this morning, my friends, because this is absolutely outrageous. Everything they do, just back of the net, no matter what you do. Yeah, so definitely getting a new goalkeeper, for sure. Now, obviously, I'm not one of those people that's like, every time a goalkeeper makes a mistake, that jumps on the, oh, you need a new goalkeeper bandwagon, because that is bollocks. Otherwise, you'd sign 10 a year. However, I think the time has come. I'm going to be honest. It's not gone well. That was surprisingly poor. I'm pretty certain they, in my mind, I'm counting it. I feel like they've literally just scored one of every type in the first half of the game. And we've done our part by being utterly dreadful as well. Go on, show them how it's done, boys. Morton's ball in. Knight, and now there's 5 goals in the same game have been scored from set pieces. If we're counting the one from the edge of the box, maybe not. But still, 4 out of 5 ain't bad, I suppose. Knight with the head, and we've got one of our own now. Dave Morton puts it on Knight's head. The comeback is on, boys. As we continue our slide down the leagues. We go. Putman Kitely doing a thing. Richardson, he needs to get some fitness back. I think that would probably help him somewhat too. Holman. Putman Kitely. Imagine if Putman Kitely stepped up with something here. Goes past one. Out wide for Thornley. Lots of space for Thornley. And it's cleared. And Morton's at the back post. And it's 4-2. Dylan Thornley with a lovely cross in. Dave Morton with his 10th of the year gets us another goal back in this game. Hey, at least they're trying to fight. I suppose. This was really good from BPK though. Like, he just lulled that second defender in, allowed Thornley the space to put a lovely ball across. Defenders all miss it, and there is Dave Morton, 10th of the year. There's still time for us. Come on, another goal back now, and this starts to get very interesting indeed. Thornley. That's poor. Ooh, Nevitt's got this though. Tons of players clustering. Dave Morton, that is goal. What a save. So at least with us losing quite heavily, Blackhaven have also been denied points. So that's nice, I suppose. Burton Albion 4, Whitport Athletic 2. I think we can sum that game up pretty easily. Let's just move on, shall we? Right, guys. We're back. I'd had enough of the set pieces, so I went through and I looked at basically every single one we conceded from free kicks and corners. Direct free kicks, nothing you can really do other than not concede them. Penalties, same kind of situation. And I made some changes to the defensive setups to try to combat what I see as the problem here. So what I've done is I've taken Kai Knight, because he's our 6'7" player, and I've got him marking tall players at every single one of them now, basically. Going after, except for the direct one, which you can't do. And that seems to have genuinely made a difference just with him going after their tallest player. Now, obviously, they won't always direct their free kick to the most tall player. It's generally going to the back post. But it seems that if you mark the tallest player, they generally do go to that area. And that seems to be, if you've got a good enough defender, the way to combat this. Because there is no mark far post option for most of these defensive situations when it comes to free kicks. Corners, you can do it. And that's what I have got him doing, I think, if I remember correctly. But from free kicks, mark tall player seems to be the one. And you'll understand why I'm so happy with this when you see what we've done off camera. So first up, we beat Portsmouth. Now, Portsmouth are all over the place in the league, but they're still a bloody good side. Round the side, Ben Johnson was superb in this one, pulls it back across, and there was Curtis Thomas. He's had somewhat of a rejuvenation in this period as well, which has really helped. Then, almost immediately after that, again, the ball whipped out to this side. Bit fortunate with the way the ball breaks into the path of Ben Johnson, but again, he just holds it up long enough to whip this back across, and there is Neil Cross getting on the end of it. 2-0 over Portsmouth. I thought, finally, we're going to win. And then it was made even better for us. The ball is played under the path of Dave Morton. He just goes straight through. Another one of these ones where he gives the keeper the eyes. 3-0. Morton again. Now, Portsmouth were able to get one back in the 65th minute, which is fine. You know, it's going to happen sometimes. Ball over the top here. Barr gets on the end of it. They get in behind us, whipped across, and it's a simple finish at the back post for Phillips. 3-1. Great result. Great performance. In addition to that, the Richardson deal is done. As we then travel away to Fleetwood, who play a very weird system, essentially. It's so many bodies in the middle of the pitch that, I mean, this is firstly an excellent strike, which is then bounced back and into the back of the net for Fleetwood 1-0. But we were able to just play through them because when we were overlapping, they gave us so much space out wide. It was unbelievable. Some of the overlaps you could get. Richardson's ball in. There at the back post was Johnson, saved by the goalkeeper. The Morton strike is then saved by the goalkeeper. But then Curtis Thomas on the third attempt gets us level here against top of the table Fleetwood. And we really just kicked on from there. It was superb stuff. Simple defending here from Knight. Whips one over the top here. Eventually it's flicked into the path of Curtis Thomas. Goes past the defender. It's just a really lovely little daisy cutter. Bottom corner, 2-1. They then did actually miss a penalty in this game too, so that was a potentially lovely bit of work there from Idahan. But again, Thomas with a lovely touch out of his feet to complete his hat-trick and make it 3-1. We looked good against them earlier this season, and we look good here. We then found ourselves hosting in-form Charlton. And it was a pretty even game, really. We had a decent amount of chances, so did they. In the 51st minute, they took the lead, as it was just whipped across. Doyle gets on the end of it, 1-0 Charlton. But our response was almost immediate here. Look at this for a lovely little one-touch stuff. Bam, bam, bam. Sets himself, boom. Neil Cross, lovely finish there again. Crossy and Curtis Thomas have been on great form. And then we came up to 23rd place Shrewsbury, who are now bottom of the league, by the way. And we went down 4-1. Just one of those things that happened. Josh Vale with an absolutely lovely strike, bottom corner. Keeper could do nothing about it. 1-0 Shrews. Just before half, well, not just before half time, around the 30-minute mark, again, Vale bumbling his way through and is able to get this ball into the danger area, and Shrewsbury find a way. A bit bad from us there, really. 2-0 to Shrewsbury. Poor defending. In the second half, we went down to 10 men, and things just kind of got a little bit worse from there for us. Bad defending here from Thornley allows the defender, the on-running attacker to get through. Loads of players in the box. Simple finish by Don Donnelly at the back post. Shrewsbury, of course, still found time to score yet another absolute screamer. This one probably even better from Josh Vale, to be honest. His second one of the night. Gets into a great position, just pings one. Incredible. 4-0. We were at least able to grab one back ourselves as Morton put the ball in. Kai Knight got on the end of it. 4-1. Now, we had a red card in this game too, for Josh Parry. And I've got to be honest, it's probably one of the worst tackles I've ever seen on Football Manager. This is like up there with attempted murder, to be honest, and I'm going to show you it now. So Johnson's got the ball out on the left. Here's Josh Parry. He's going to come out and watch this for an absolute horror tackle. The ball gets a little bit away for Johnson. Parry's like, oh no, I can win this. And then he just completely cleanly takes the football, and that was somehow a red card. The referee is an absolute cheat. Screw him. Like, legitimately, the most dumb red card. And the game's like, it's a horror tackle. And I'm like, what are you watching, bruv? Thankfully, though, we were able to bounce back against relatively poor Gillingham in this one. I accidentally left Sam Harding in the team after Ben Johnson was back from his suspension, but he's still able to get one across as Curtis Thomas flicked one into the net, 1-0 after 2 minutes. Things were then made even better not long after that. Neil Cross gets into a dangerous situation, but he's not able to get the shot in. But instead, he just holds the ball up, shifts it onto his right, back post. There's Dave Morton. Lovely little fight, like almost like a scissor kick for 2-0. Then, just after that, Adam Stevens took a little break from being Kyle Bush's crew chief to smash in this absolute rocket of a goal to make it 2-1 with us. We're still in front, but that's fine. Thankfully, though, in the second half, Morton was able to get the ball here, ping one over the top, and Neil Cross was able to get on the end of it to score his second of the night. Lovely little finish from Cross. He goes to 17 goals for the season for Cross now. Very nice. As he scored most of them against Salford in the next game. Cross and Morton are combining again. Morton goes past the defender, knocks it around the side. Neil Cross is there again. He has hit form. The strikers are in form. Everybody's in form right now, and it's great to see. 1-0. Now, they did play a 4-4-2, which really helped us. Crossy from the penalty spot to make it 2-0. Richardson dominated them for days. I think he was man of the match. May have been. He got a 9. Then Morton getting it deep inside here. Whips it ball across. Eventually comes down to Curtis Thomas. Crossy gets on the end. A little deflection. And somehow he's able to bumble it over the line in the end for 3-0. And in the 94th minute, there was still time for one last chance here as Richardson puts a lovely ball into the box. And there at the back post is Mick Patrick to score his first goal for Whitport of the year and in fact of his career. 4-0 to us. Beautiful stuff. And all that leaves us 6th. We're 3 points. Blackhaven cannot buy a win at the moment as we finally hit a bit of form at the moment, which is fantastic news. We're now 3 points above them. If they beat us today, they will go back above us. But it literally is between us and Blackhaven at the moment for that final playoff spot, and it's amazing. Now, little note on the set pieces. We were conceding on average 1 per game. Not in every game, but overall, the average was more than 1 per game. We've conceded 8 goals, I believe, in the off-camera matches we've played. Not a single one of them has been from a set piece. We seem to have plugged the hole. Now, obviously, if we get the occasional one here and there, that's fine. It's going to happen sometimes. We're not always going to be able to defend all of these. But the fact that we've been able to plug the hole so much really, really pleases me. We're still not keeping a lot of clean sheets, but at least we're conceding a variety of goals now. It's a little bit more interesting to watch. But today, this one might actually be the biggest derby we've ever played because there's something on the line. Now, when we played them before, it was important and all, but I didn't think we'd actually be in a promotion battle or a playoff battle with them. And we are today. They have to come to Castle Park and win because if they lose here, I think their playoff chances are practically going with it. And it might be handing us a chance to get into 6th spot if we win this one, which would be enormous. So they're going to be up for this like nobody's business. Now, we are missing players on international duty again, just like we were last time we played Blackhaven, annoyingly. I've been stirring up the war of words with Neil Ardley too, because you got it. So, Cross is on international duty now. Really? Neil? Come on, man. So he's in brilliant form and now he's buggered off on international duty. So, I mean, who do we... I'm going to start Jacob Wakeling. I think he deserves a chance. Morton, Johnson, Richardson and Vernon is... Oh, we can't play Idris either because he's also gone. Unfortunately, Nevitt and Ajay are both suspended. So that means that Michael Lee's going to play left back. And is Josh Parry back yet? Oh, he actually is back yet. Okay, cool. So Josh Parry is back at least. And we are unfortunately relying on our backup goalkeeper today, the guy from Notts County. So it could be better for us. So the bench will be Bishop, Aline, Patrick, Dale, Harding, Teal and Putnam. The derby to end all derbies. Huge. We surely must have a full house. What is this? Come on now. Like, Fleetwood have sort of started to stumble a little bit as well towards the... Oh, no, they haven't. What am I talking about? I thought they had 70 points, not 79. If we took a draw, I'd settle for that, to be honest, in this sort of game. It would keep the gap open on them. And, I mean... Maybe someone else could get into the fight. I don't know. It does look as though it's between us, Blackhaven, and Notts County for those final 2 playoff spots, and it's getting very interesting. Richardson now. But we're in confidence right now. They're in dreadful form. Thornley scores! Dylan Thornley's first goal for Whitport. John Richardson rolls it into his path, and the misery continues for Blackhaven and Neil Ardley. This is the best possible news. We're in the best form we've been in for a while now, and they're in the worst possible form now. It's brilliant news. Richardson just rolls it off. Thornley, before the defender can even get across to him, just drills it low. He's been in that position so many times this year and missed it, and he's finally got it. Hearts to the fans as well from Dylan. Oh, Blackhaven are going to be so annoyed. There's going to be fighting in the pubs tonight, friends. Thomas, Elisa's ball in. Parry heads it clear. It's weird. Okay, this is what's weird, right? I put Kai Knight on their tallest player, and almost every time, it's actually Josh Parry that clears the ball, and I think that's because they have to change what they're doing because you've got their guy marked up so much. We'll have to see how this goes, but it seems to always be Josh Parry that's actually getting the clearance headers for us. Maybe we finally found the way to defend them. McGovern's through, and a great save by Thomas Barker. Well played. And now Wakeling's hurt himself too. This is terrible news. I mean, it feels like we've bossed this game so far. We haven't seen that much from Blackhaven from an attacking perspective. We are doing a bloody good job right now. Hopefully Wakeling's injury isn't too bad. Let's see what the attendance is. Attendance is full house. 5,500 fans in the stadium. And only 275 away as well. Like, that is a big crowd for us. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not like this. McGovern! Crossbar. It looks like we're going to do it. We look like we're going to grind our way towards another... Oh, no. Olisa. Come on, guys. Do your best work here. Headed clear by Aline. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, Christ. Olisa on the second phase. Don't let him pull this back across. Delaney. Over the crossbar from Nunn. Well defended, lads. Well done. Surely this is it. Perry. To Vernon. And it's 1-0. Whitport 1, Blackhaven 0. We've won a derby in front of the home fans. Dylan Thornley's goal in the 6th minute gives us the lead, and we've held on to it ever since then. Brilliant news. Now, Notts County can go back above us because they've got a game in hand, and I expect they probably will win that. They've got a lot of goals in them. Although, weirdly, only in set games. What a result. And it's our second clean sheet in a row now. And again, another game where we didn't concede from a set piece. We seem to have fixed the problem, finally. So, 5 games to go. Southend. Not super easy. Middlesbrough at home, they fell off quite a lot. Wimbledon away should be winnable. Plymouth and then Mansfield. It's all kind of, we've got a reasonable run in, and you'll see the whole bloody thing in the next episode. We're going to do a bonanza of live comms because there's a lot more on the line than I was expecting, to be honest. So I'll see you guys then. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I bloody have. Drop a like if you have. Subscribe if you're new. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and usually Saturdays as well. So go follow over there as well. And I'll see you guys in the next episode for the season run-in. I have no idea how this is going to go, but at least we're hitting it with good form for once. So I'll see you guys very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.